Kevin Fisher with Rocky Mountain Remedies here again to talk about our RemPen, a new product, a vaporizer device for use by registered Colorado medical marijuana patients only. This is part 2 of my video series. In this video, we'll go over the proper storage and use of the cartridge and cleaning of the RemPen device. Okay, when you go to your favorite medical marijuana center, after purchasing the vaporizer unit, you'll need to buy the cartridge that goes with the unit. We offer these currently in 250 milligram doses, strain specific, and they're available at centers throughout the state. Inside the packaging, you'll find the cartridge to be used with the RemPen device. Here's the cartridge. You'll notice a green shrink wrap on the outside. As we're in Colorado and we have a lot of elevation change during shipment and delivery, we need to ensure that the fluid within the cartridge does not leak. Therefore, we put a pretty substantial shrink wrap on the outside. The safest and best way to remove this is carefully with either a pair of scissors or a nice sharp knife. Once the shrink wrap is removed, you'll see the cartridge itself. On the top is a silicone cover. Remove that, and inside you'll see a silicone insert. That is not yet pierced. You may notice a little condensation or seepage around where the cover was, but again, going over mountain passes in Colorado at 10,000 feet draws a little of that out. That is normal. There's nothing to be concerned about there. To insert the cartridge into your RemPen device, you'll look down inside the atomizer and you'll notice there's a spiky, piercing looking item in there. That is what's going to pierce the silicone nipple on the cartridge. It's going to allow your solution to meet the atomizer. So we'll take this, insert the cartridge firmly. You'll notice here there's a little space. You want to click this fully in until the cartridge is flush with the device. To then use this, all you do is press the button and draw through the cartridge. When you're done with your hit, release the button. That's all there is to it. Now, the most important part of owning these devices is proper maintenance and storage. Right now, I'm making this video in June of 2012, and in Colorado, we all know it's been 100 degrees. If you leave this cartridge in your car when it's 100 degrees, it'll be 140 degrees inside your car. This cartridge will leak itself in its package, or if it's inserted in the device, it'll leak through the device, gumming up the works. It'll require a little bit more cleaning, and you'll lose some of your precious fluid. Therefore, I'm going to recommend you keep this on your person, in your house, in a cool, dry area, so we don't have any product loss. No one wants that. Now, every time you have finished using a cartridge in this device, a cleaning is recommended. The most important part of the device to clean is the atomizer. That's the top part, not the battery part. Again, if you look inside the atomizer, you'll see a small spike. Within that spike is the wick. The solution from the cartridge flows into the wick. The wick comes in contact with the heating element. That's how you get vaporization of the product. It's very important that these remain clean. So, after every new cartridge use, what we recommend at Rocky Mountain Remedies is to buy yourself a nice bottle of 91% isopropyl alcohol. These can be found at Walmart for $2. They're nice and cheap and they do wonders. Simplest way to clean the atomizer, take a Q-tip swab, go ahead, put that inside the 91% solution, and then down inside the top of the atomizer, I'm just going to run that around the spike. That's going to clear up any gumming. It's going to make that ensure that the spike is nice and clear on its outer periphery, so when you puncture a new cartridge, we don't have any leaks. If you look at this Q-tip, that's just one use, or the device hasn't even been used. That's just one insertion, so it can get gummy pretty quickly if you don't keep this maintained. You'll notice, again, inside that spike is the wick. If the wick is leaking on you, the best idea is to grab a small paper clip, insert it down into the wick, and do a little fluffing. If the wick pushes down into the spike a little bit, you'll notice in the bottom of the atomizer is a hole. Go ahead and insert the Q-tip or the paper clip into that hole, pushing the wick up and ensuring that it's nice and flush with the top of the spike. Following these procedures after every cartridge is really going to help extend the life of both your atomizer, and it's going to improve the quality of the hit from the device. Now, if you do allow the atomizer to get a little bit more gummed up, you've got a couple cartridges and you want to clean it very well, you may submerge the entire atomizer in a 91% isopropyl solution, allow it to sit overnight. You can then rinse it out and put the atomizer back onto your battery source, and then to ensure that all alcohol is removed, you may depress the button without a cartridge in the device, and you may be able to hear there's a small sizzling. That's just drying out the wick, drying out the atomizer, ensuring that it's nice and clean for your next usage. Follow me on my next video for additional information.